So before the pandemic, indeed, we started our online courses in 2014. So we're having big courses with 1,000 participants. The pandemic helped us obviously develop this further. But before the pandemic, there was this fear that ed-tech companies will come and wipe us out, that online education will replace all this, and so on. And there was uncertainty. We don't know. We didn't know what will happen. The pandemic actually taught us a very big lesson, that the in-person teaching is here to stay. People just don't want online, or they don't want online all the time. So what we're trying to do with the Learning Hub, which is our platform for all kinds of online courses and articles, opinions, interviews, and so on, mentoring. So what we want to do is to complement our in-person teaching with the online. I think that a lot of delivery of knowledge can be done online, so you free up the time in the classroom for more debate, more discussion, disagreements, arguments, and so on. And I think it's working well. I think that it is, at INSEAD we also develop virtual reality cases, where people watch a case with goggles and then debate it. So that's another innovation that helps us bring all these digital tools and enhance the educational experience. Because VR cases can be done in a way that you cannot do in a real case, in a printed case. So one of the cases that we have is a boardroom where the CEO is presenting the strategy of the company. So you put on your goggles. There are, I think it's 6 or 7 people sitting in the boardroom who are actors. So VR cases are expensive because you have to hire actors to act all this. The CEO is presenting. During the video, you can actually, the VR case, it's not video because you can turn around and look at different things. So it's not like the video is looking at one place. Whatever the cameraman decides that is important at the time. So you during the VR case, you can actually stop and ask them, so what do you think about, let's say, the characteristics of the CEO? Do you think the CEO communicates well? Do you think the CEO is aggressive, charismatic, and so on? So you have all these things, and students fill up, on the screen, they see it, they fill up the questionnaire, they continue, again, questions, and then they remove their goggles and start the discussion in the classroom. And as they start the discussion, they discover that half of the class watched the man CEO and half of the class the woman CEO. And then look at the characteristics, and there is still a big discrepancy, even though the CEOs were saying exactly the same words. It's a script that they have to read and present. And this kind of building awareness about the bias that each one of us has, no matter how we think that we don't have it, and trying to build then ways of dealing with this bias and unbiasing or debiasing yourself is something that is very difficult to do in a written case. But again, it's a mixture of having the digital and the in-person.